Hello everyone and welcome to vlog number
3-4.
3-4.
Because they did get, well, it wasn't a vlog. The title lied and said
Yes.
Daily Vlog with Toby and Christina, but it was all about me flying the DJI Phantom.
Yeah. And for all of you complainers, we have finally put the camera on a tripod so you can just...
Haters gonna hate. No, it doesn't bother us too much. It's, well, spend time talking about that. Whatever. We should have probably put it on a tripod from the beginning.
It's fine.
But we didn't. I got to fly the DJI Phantom. David's got the really nice one with the gimbal. You've seen the footage. No post-processing, no stabilization to that. You let go of the controls, and it's just rock solid. I can't believe how good it is. Quite easy to fly, too, but there's lots of tips and tricks. I've got an interview coming up with David. He's going to share some of those tips and tricks, mostly for packing. And he's probably going to be coming out with some owned tips on his channel because he's got a lot of experience now. He has flown this all over the place. He's gotten some amazing footage, so that's really exciting. But let's talk more about us, what we've been eating.
Yes.
First, because we like to share that. 2 nights ago, that tuna
Carpaccio was
was
probably one of the best foods I've ever had.
It's really, really good.
It was really good.
Yeah.
And then I had swordfish like 3 meals in a row. It wasn't on purpose, but you know what? I love fish. So.
Anchovies. Now, many Americans are hearing anchovies and going, oh, real fresh anchovies are delicious. Apparently. Who knew? Very good. I had smoked swordfish pizza. So good. The crusts and the cheeses are all so good.
The cheeses.
Yes. Walking around Camogli, that little town. We stayed there for 3 nights?
Yeah.
3 nights at that little town. It was a great place. I love that David picked that. It wasn't one of the touristy locations. So, and we did make a day trip down to those towns. You've seen the pictures in the Cinque Terre region. But by staying there, we got to go back to this peaceful place. It was very quiet. Really just locals there and us. And it really was nice. It's very nice. But today we left there and made our way by bus into Rome. Roma.
So we're here in
We're here in Rome.
As you couldn't tell by our very different background.
I might even make this black and white because the colored lights in this room, or the yellow of the lights, are. We're looking at ourselves in the mirror. Really rough. So much to shoot here. The people, the buildings, it's just amazing.
It is.
And we had some fun this evening. We were scouting locations to take folks back out in about 20 minutes for some night shooting as a big group. This was just the McKay Academy staff wandering around, had dinner, had pizza, and then wandering around the plaza. And then Christine and I spent probably about 20 minutes shooting, panning Vespa pictures. Not just Vespas, but anything with 2 wheels that flew by us. Oh, I'm sorry, the other camera's got to charge before I take it back out. I was going to show you. You were doing it with your iPhone.
Yeah, I got a pretty cool shot. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, or just look at my Instagram and you want to see the picture I got, I posted it. And I'm pretty happy with it because it's just an iPhone picture. So.
Right. Talk a little bit about how you did it, what app you used.
So I've been using the Manual app. That's what it's called. It's called Manual. And it's for iPhone. And it's really cool because you can set your ISO and your shutter speed. You cannot change your aperture, which is kind of a bummer.
That's a fixed aperture lens.
Right.
So.
But at the same time, it's better than not being able to control any of those things. So I've been using it a ton. And it's great because it lets me control the camera. The iPhone cameras have pretty good dynamic range. So when I can control the exposure, then I can bring stuff back and forth. I've been pretty much the only digital photos, except for a few when we've been sharing the 5D.
Mm-hmm. We haven't told them that my 5D is kind of fritzy.
Most of the digital shots I've taken have been with my iPhone, and otherwise with my contacts.
Which is not digital. You shot. How many rolls of film have you shot now?
3. I'm on my 3rd roll.
How many pictures on a roll?
16.
16. That's it.
So
I have taken
I've been very selective.
enough about you. I have taken, well, first off, that manual app, you do have to have the newest version of iOS, right? Because prior to that, it didn't allow for settings, I believe.
That's correct.
Yes.
Yep.
So, but it's cool. And so you got a panning shot. What shutter speed were you at?
I think I was at 1/30th, 1/20th of a second.
Yeah. It almost, it seems that your shutter speed should be the fraction of the speed that the vehicles are traveling.
Yeah, but
roughly.
Speed was very varied.
So if a car is going 60 miles an hour, 1/60th of a second can get you that. But that's just a rough place to start. Basically what you do is as the vehicle comes, you use your focus points. Well, first you got to focus on it. I'm super impressed with the A5100. I was doing this with a Sony A5100, locking onto these little Vespas coming down a hill. Some of them, we keep calling them Vespas, it's just scooters. Some of them going probably 40, let's say kilometers an hour, 50 kilometers an hour. Like that's slower or faster?
Sounds a little fast.
Yeah, no, that's just 30 some miles an hour. Those guys were going 30 coming down that hill.
Are you sure it's not the other way around?
Yep, I am. Because a 5K is 3 miles.
Got it.
Okay. So, locked on, and then you pan with it. Use a focus point to really try to keep one point like over the helmet or whatever you're panning on. Really keep it locked in at a spot. Pan with it, burst mode, as it goes by.
Or if you're shooting with an iPhone, just do it a million times and only press the shutter button once because that's as many times as you can. And
you mean you hold it down and it just takes pictures?
No, just like you can pretty much only, like if you keep pressing down as you pan, it lags.
So you weren't taking bursts of pictures?
I did to begin with, but then I was getting really soft pictures when I did that. So then I just like tried to focus on matching the speed and then clicking once.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can certainly do it that way. A burst mode, if you have that in your camera, is probably going to give you slightly better results or better chance. You're going to have tons of blurry ones. Can we talk for a minute about the wonderful one I took in Camogli and what was wrong with it?
My face. There's nothing wrong with my face in your picture.
It is when it's blurry.
It was beautiful. It was the most beautiful picture you've ever taken.
No, you don't have to go that far. But this guy coming on the scooter by was in such sharp focus you could count his Italian mustache hairs. He's staring at me, kind of grumpy, wondering why I'm pointing a camera right at him as he's going by. And you take that all in, and then your eye travels to this big, blurry blob of Christina, who wasn't paying attention that I was doing.
Look, you did that for like 20 minutes. We were walking down, and you were like, get out of the way, get out of the way. And then we keep walking, get out of the way.
Okay. Let's bring it back to useful information. So that's a tip for, and here in Rome, so many cool backdrops of storefronts or 2,000-year-old columns to shoot people in front of as they go by. Lots of street photography options here. You go to one of these plazas, they have plazas all over the place. Just wander around. There are the street performers. They want you to put a buck or two in. If you take a picture, you don't have to, but they'd like you to. And just the people walking, slow shutter speeds to get them all blurry and a sense of motion, or crisp just to capture the throngs of people. We had an amazing sunset that we watched above the plaza tonight.
The sun setting behind the St. Peter's Basilica. It was pretty amazing.
It was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and all I traveled with tonight, I put a picture up on Facebook, my Facebook page that showed what I walked around with tonight. It was just the Sony A5100, the kit lens 16 to 50, or 18 to 50, I can never remember. The prime lens, which I never actually put on, and battery backup, my phone, and that's it. That's
still a lot of stuff if you ask me.
Okay, Miss iPhone. Your contacts weighs the same
as
but
I don't bring it everywhere.
That's true. Okay. So I'm really like the A5100, except the touchscreen. One of the things that was annoying about the A6000 was it didn't have a touchscreen. When I heard about the A5100 and the fact that it had a touchscreen, I was like, this is perfect. Touchscreen is absolute crap. Don't buy it for the touchscreen. You can sometimes choose focus points using it, and you can turn touch to take a picture on and off. That's it. You can't do anything in the menu. You can't do any kind of adjustments to the screen by touching it.
I hate that it's not that easy. Like, it does not have accessible manual settings. So you can't access and change your settings easily. You have to, like, dig around. Like
one of the sacrifices you make with as small of a camera is you've given up some customizability.
Not willing to make that sacrifice.
I think that it offers a good compromise. A5100. Talk
to
about
each their own.
That's right. We talked. I asked Christina the other night walking to dinner. I said, "What do you think of the A5100 so far?" It sucks. First off, the sensor. I'm blown away by the quality of the sensor in there. That was what you said verbatim, I believe. Or no, you said it's stupid. So I think in the future, I would like to have Christina come in for her opinion on some of my reviews.
Spoiler
I think she
alert.
really would add something to it. But no, then I said, well, why? Why is it stupid? And her answer was what you just heard of the control system for getting in and having some manual control of focusing.
And just changing my aperture and shutter speed. It's not that...
I'll show you all this on the full review. I don't think it's as bad as Christina paints it to be, and it has features.
Like today, you had it
Compare it to a T5i manual focus.
You had it on AV mode.
Yes.
And I could not figure out for the life of me. Maybe I didn't really try.
You haven't spent that much time with it.
I have not, but I feel like it should be pretty easy. Like there should be a dial or a button that you press that lets you change it quickly.
I'll show you. There are. And I'll show all of you in a review.
Okay.
Tomorrow we are going to the Vatican. Is that it? Or
well,
is there
the Vatican, but we're gonna walk around the Vatican, and the Sistine Chapel is around there, so it's gonna be a pretty big day.
Sunday,
we are going to the Colosseum, and then it's a free day for the rest of it. Yep. So.
And then Monday morning we leave for Sorrento. So we'll probably be back again tomorrow. Don't know. Internet seems to be better here. I checked 4 megabytes of upload speed. Do you know those videos that the other place took literally 6 hours to upload? 6 hours. With that said, on that note, buona notte? Buona notte. Sorry. I do say grazie and si. People have been very friendly.
He speaks so much Italian.
So much Italian.
Ciao.
Ciao.